Fairy Tale Episode 2 recap. So, they walk in the front door of the guild, which means Natsu entered a room, which means a fight breaks out, and so we get a veritable who's who of the Fairy Tale Guild. We meet Gray, who likes to take all of his clothes off. We meet Elfman, who's a manly man. Let's see, there's
Loki,
Kana.
the ladies' man.
Yeah, Loki, the ladies' man. Kana, the heavy drinker. And then Mira Jane, the porn star. And then it all gets rounded up by Makarov, who's the guildmaster gnome that uses giant magic. And then Makarov gives probably one of the best speeches that describes how magic works. He says that it is power that does not come from reason but is still governed by reason, and that it is their emotions flowing out of them that is harnessed by their own capacities that then expels itself into the magical effects. And that if they listen to the Magic Council's words and admonitions and rules, then they can't make the art that they should be making. And I fucking love that.
Yeah.
I forgot, right at the beginning we do see the Magic Council, and our kindly narrator has a single line about how it is currently the era of the Magic Council. So the Magic Council are big, important world governors.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one really above them.
Yeah.
So yeah, Makarov saying that is inflammatory.
It's gonna get him in trouble sooner or later.
But it's a very good speech. It shows that he has control and understanding and a free spirit all at once.
Yes.
And then we get to meet an orphan. Well, soon to be orphan. And he is complaining about how his dad was supposed to come back with cigarettes, but then he left forever. And then Natsu says, "Don't worry, I'll go turn him into not being a monkey anymore." What did you like?
So I like how you meet a lot of the characters in the beginning.
The fight's good.
Not quite all of them, but you meet quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get the whole, this is a family as opposed to a guild.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Feel like for anybody who was raised in a family like mine, where you may not like each other and you may not get along and there may be infighting, but when it comes down to it, you're family and you always stick up for each other to outside forces, which is very much the feel you get in this episode.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that the guild is a lot of fun whenever you get to see them fighting each other. And infighting is a recurring theme in this show.
It's pirates but wizards.
Yeah, it really is pirates but wizards.
I love that Makao is introduced as this big giant monster thing, and then he shrinks down into this little bitty old guy.
Yeah. Yeah, even Lucy can't believe it. Like, this little guy's in charge, and Mary Jane's like, "Did you just see what he did?"
Right?
I use transformation magic. I can't do that shit.
No, I like that you kind of get a little bit more of Natsu's background.
Mm-hmm.
Find out he was raised by a dragon.
Yeah.
And he kind of identifies with the little boy in the story.
Yeah, he doesn't want the little kid to become an orphan.
Yeah.
Because orphans is sad.
So he goes to rescue the dad who killed 19 monsters.
Yeah.
Before getting taken over by one.
Uh-huh. It's really impressive.
It is.
We get into high kill counts.
Yeah.
And I always forget that it really does just start off of like, we're monster slayers first and foremost.
Yeah. I love that Lucy just summons a clock to get into so she's not cold anymore.
It's Leomin's tiny hut. It's literally a D&D spell but with legs that you can talk out of.
And then you get to actually see two of them because she summons the clock and then she summons Taurus.
Yeah, I love Taurus.
just a pervy cow with a battle axe.
I like a manly cow. That's funny to me. That's so funny. A big berserker, beefy, like 24-pack cow is... He's not even a bull. He's obviously a cow. He's got like the bell. He's got the splotches and everything. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's kind of a great character design. And all of her
spirits are
celestial beings are great.
Well, and they're all... Yeah. They're just so bizarre.
They
and
are.
Alien and different. And it's fantastic.
For somebody who knows what the representation of these celestial beings are supposed to be, the way they do them in this show is just so great.
Yeah, because even the one that looks right, Aquarius, is like bitchy and awful and mean all of the time, not kind and motherly.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the water just flows over you and nothing bothers you, and she's just the most bothered person.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I like so there's the intro at the beginning that says that like magic's everywhere and it's really common, but like Monkey Up in the Mountains being able to cast a fucking possession spell.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is some high level magic.
Right. And the fact that they don't realize that that's what it's done until after they knock it out.
Yeah, I mean, all three of them are pretty stupid.
And I do love that Natsu has motion sickness on every mode of transportation except for Happy, because he doesn't consider Happy a mode of transportation. He's a friend.
I actually don't understand why that's a joke. This is one of the reasons why, like, I really love Natsu, is everyone points at that as a joke, and it's like, okay, but, like, if you're taking a piggyback ride or riding a horse, that's way different than riding in a car. You feel the motion. Riding in a car, you get motion sickness because you're visualizing motion that you're not feeling.
I also think it's just kind of it's kind of you can overcome your sickness with your state of mind, because he doesn't see Happy as a mode of transportation. It doesn't make him sick.
I mean, mind over matter can be our big takeaway for the episode.
Yeah,
if that's what
like,
you're driving at.
I'm just saying, I think that's where the joke comes from, is them trying to differentiate that.
I suppose. Because, I mean, no one's got more willpower than Natsu when it comes to this show anyways. I'd say most shows, but when it comes to this show...
Right. And yeah, he just melts an axe so that he can use fire in his belly.
I love that he melts the axe into pellets to then use as BBs as like a machine gun attack. That's really good. Anything else? I mean, we get Gray without clothes on, right?
I love that Lucy feels included when she gets thanked at the end, and it kind of makes her feel like part of the group. Yeah.
I also think it's funny when she like walks in. There's this big brawl happening all around her, and she's just awestruck.
Normal?
Well, I also like how at first she's just awestruck, like, "Wow, I'm finally in Fairy Tale," and it's like dust clouds and like Bugs Bunny and Wile E. Coyote cartoon violence in the background, but it's got like the really important shading that Fairy Tale does when it does its splash arts.
Yeah,
it's a good joke.
Yeah, I like that the longer she's there, she's like, wait, is anybody normal here? And then she meets Mara Jane, and Mara Jane just gets knocked down. I was like, that's fun!
Alright, well, what did you not like?
I don't know. There's not really a lot not to like in Fairy Tale.
Yeah. These sections will be very slim.
Yeah. I can't really pinpoint one particular thing I didn't like in this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have anything.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Fair enough. I couldn't think of anything that I didn't like either. So spoilers.
Spoilers. You get to meet more Fairy Tale, like.
Yeah. So one thing that I noticed.
It's kind of introductory, like.
Elfman and Mara Jane aren't siblings yet.
Yeah, they are not identified as siblings yet.
I noticed that. That's a little weird for them not to... Like, they barely got to even fit their names in.
Yeah,
so I
like
guess
the
I get it.
introductions are very, very small. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't even realize how important Gray's gonna be in the future of this show from this episode. You just know he's the guy that takes his clothes off when he fights.
I like how that's a character trait that even stuns the narrator.
Yeah.
Like, the narrator has to do a double take on his lines of like, wait, he takes his clothes off? What?
You do get a little bit of Lucy is telling this story, and she's the right, like...
Yeah, her book starts at the end of this episode.
Yeah, her whole journaling starts in this episode, and she kind of becomes the narrator.
She joins Fairy Tale on the 4th of July. Happy Murica Day.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah. I'm not releasing this on Murica Day. I could, but I'm not that talented.
I mean, it's coming up.
Well...
But yeah, spoilers, I mean, you learn more about the different characters. I think you team up with Urza coming up.
Yeah, but first we need...
Urza yet.
I think we need Gray's back.
The big thing in this episode, and they don't really make a big deal of it, is the bulletin board. Where they get their jobs from.
Yeah, they...
I think in the next episode they explain it a little bit more involved. But you learn that there's a bulletin board where you go to find jobs.
Right,
and then
because
if you are powerful enough, you get to choose from the bulletin board upstairs.
Yeah, next episode is Lucy takes on a maid job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that lasts for 2 episodes, and then Urza shows up.
Yeah, and then my girl comes in.
I'm very excited for the Lucy gaining Virgo.
Yeah.
Virgo's probably my favorite spirit, just because I'm naughty. I don't know. Virgo's just fun. She's really she's the most powerful out of all the spirits.
To be perfectly honest, I usually go with Cancer just because of the dance battle.
The dance fight is so good. I can't wait to talk about that in 600 episodes.
I know, right?
But no, like I just like Virgo. She's like the strongest out of all the celestial spirits. And one of the celestial spirits can, like, take human form and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that Loke is the name of a trickster god?
Yeah. Wonder what that's gonna be.
I have no clue. Alright. More things you like, more things you didn't like. What's the big takeaway?
I think the big takeaway is just, find the family you choose.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best family to have, is the one that you make yourself. And that's kind of what Fairy Tale is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a family they all chose to be a part of, as opposed to being born into.
Yeah.
And hey,
it's a good
if
message.
you have a passion and an art and a talent, don't let the administration bog you down with rules.
Exactly. Break the rules, everybody.